Hello, my name is Sarah Gressley, and this is my audience tonight. Alright, and tonight I'm going to be talking about why cigarettes should be regulated and outlawed. So there's some terrifying, fatal facts about cigarettes. Cigarette smoking is responsible for more than 480,000 deaths per year in the United States, including more than 41,000 deaths resulting from secondhand smoke exposure. This is about 1 in 5 deaths annually, or 1,300 deaths per day. On average, smokers die 10 years earlier than non-smokers. Smoking causes more deaths each year than the following causes combined, including HIV, illegal drug use, alcohol use, motor vehicle injuries, and firearm-related incidents. There are many health risks involved with smoking, including it causes all forms of cancer, heart disease, stroke, lung disease, diabetes, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, which includes emphysema and chronic bronchitis. Something must be done about smoking cigarettes, because if nobody smoked, 1 out of every 3 cancer deaths in the United States would not happen. A lot of people debate about if cigarettes are drugs or, because they're legal, but cigarettes contain nicotine that is an addictive drug, and smoking cigarettes is just as bad or worse than using marijuana, which is illegal in most states in the United States. Therefore, it has similar effects or even worse effects. I believe it should be illegal. There are many environmental effects with tobacco and cigarette production. Not only smoking causes harm to the environment, but the cigarette manufacturing processes damage the environment as well. From deforestation to the planting of the tobacco fields that cause environmental runoff from the growing processes, the environment is damaged every day by the tobacco industry. And by choosing to smoke, you are choosing to support this environmental damage it's causing. Cigarette butts are not biodegradable and can affect wildlife, children, pets, and when left on the ground, they are poisonous. A child could eat it and they could die. Cigarette manufacturing and smoking pollute the air with methane and carbon dioxide gases. If we continue to produce cigarettes, then our oxygen will be depleted by these gases and we won't be able to breathe. Underage smoking is a huge problem, especially in the United States. Each day, more than 3,200 people younger than 18 years old smoke their first cigarette, and an estimated 2,100 of them become occasional smokers or daily smokers. Studies show that when parents smoke, their children are much more likely to in their future. As well as a personal fact is my mother was tempted at smoking at a young age, and her mother smoked as well, and my mom still smokes to this day, and she's almost 50 years old. It costs the government an obscene amount, over $300 billion each year, and this decreases the GDP, nearly $170 billion in direct medical care for adults, $156 billion in loss of productivity due to premature death and exposure to secondhand smoke. Cigarettes must be outlawed to help end our trillions in debt that will continue to pile up through the years. Another problem is that the states have billions of dollars from tobacco taxes and legal settlements to prevent and control tobacco use. However, states currently use a very small amount of these funds for tobacco control programs. In a fiscal year of 2017, the states will collect $26.6 billion from tobacco taxes and only spend less than 2% on prevention programs. Something must be done to correct the government, who seem to encourage smoking due to lack of problems against and the large collection of taxes on cigarettes. So, there are many different solutions, I believe, to this problem. If we just spent 13% of the 26.6 billion, it would fund every state's tobacco control program at the CDC recommended levels and help control smoking in adults and underage teens. Even though we've come a long way from smoking in restaurants, near schools, and public places, the government should still continue to regulate and make laws to protect children and non-smokers from the exposure of secondhand smoke from parents or peers. And in the future, cigarettes should be eventually outlawed, in my opinion, in a lot of different scientists' opinion, due to the negative effects on the smokers, and then all the people around them have that effect in our environment. In the end, something just must be done to end cigarette smoking in America, as it is polluting our environment with waste from the production and the air pollution. It's killing so many people from the dangerous health effects from, cardiovascular disease, #1 killer in America. That risk is increased as you smoke, and then all the lung disease. And the only thing that's benefiting from these cigarettes is our government, our economy, from the taxes, because it's slowly killing the world around us. It's polluting the air that we breathe. It's, it's hurting people that not only smoke, but all the people around them. So something must be done. In my opinion, it should be outlawed, but we could start by regulating more, making regulations to prevent the secondhand smoke. Of course, we can't really do anything about the pollution of the environment, because if they're not smoking inside, then they're smoking outside, and those gases are going into the air even more. But gotta take it one day at a time. Overall, cigarettes are, killing us slowly. They have the same effects as many other illegal drugs, and I believe that they should be illegal. Alright, well, thank you for listening. This is something I'm very passionate about. I don't live with my mother, but when I was younger, I would have to deal with her smoking around me, and it just made me feel sick. I feel very sorry and, upset about children that have to be around their parents that smoke, in a locked car with the windows not down, or in a house where they have to breathe it in while they sleep. Something needs to be done. Well, thank you for watching this. Good night.